invite you to relax into this sacred time and sacred space that you have created for yourself. I invite you to fully immerse yourself in this radical act of self-love, to step into your power, to become your own healer, your own shaman. So make yourself comfortable. Take a few deep breaths to prepare yourself for the journey ahead. And dive into this deep medicine of the imagination. Closing your eyes and bringing your awareness into the here and now, into this time and into this place. Into your body and into your breath. Because this is time for you. It's time to be, time to rest, relax, release, and recharge.
Okay, so even before I started, my hands have got really, really hot. So I practice a form of healing called Reiki, and Reiki is a hands-on healing mode where universal life force is channeled through my body, out of my hands, and into wherever my hands happen to be. So my body, for all intents and purposes in this healing session, is your body, okay? So when I'm talking about what I can feel in my body, this is representing what's going on in your body, okay? So I started with my hands over my lower abdomen, just because this is where I always start with my hands, because it's a comfortable position for me to begin in. And right from the beginning, my hands have turned on. So there's a lot of Reiki energy flowing very strongly from the outset here. Okay, allies, what do you have to show me or tell me? Okay, I've got a very strong image straight away of a male lion. It's kind of like face on with me. It's really big. It's right in my face. It's standing up. It's kind of like, it's as if it's striding towards me, but its head is really close to my head. It's a very big image. Now, when male lion is the ally that comes to me for patriarchal ancestral healing, okay? So this means that lion comes to clear unhelpful patterns, negative energy from you that has been passed down through your father line, okay? To you from your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, and so on all the way back. And lion also comes to clear the line. He doesn't just come to clear you, he comes to clear the line, okay? So this is where we are starting today. We carry patterns, unresolved patterns, pain, fear, negative emotional patterning, negative mental patterning. We carry these through our ancestral lines. And so often we at the end of the line can be carrying baggage for our ancestors that is not ours, okay? Right, so I'm getting a lot of blockages going on at my throat here. So this says to me that we are also working on the throat. The throat is the place of expression. It's about expressing our reality. It's about expressing our truth. It's about expressing our experience of life. It's about expressing our emotions. It's about expressing the truth of who we are. And so often we are silenced in so many ways. And so, you know, what I'm being shown basically is that these blockages in your throat, this these feelings of not being able to express yourself freely or authentically or honestly are ancestral in their root, okay? So I'm going to ask Lion to clear your lines, clear your patriarchal lines, your ancestral lines. And the way that Lion does this is very dramatic. Lion opens his mouth and roars. He roars. So yeah, just feel the energy. Okay, I can feel twitches starting to happen in my knees, in my right knee particularly. There's a lot of twitching going on there, and it was kind of going from almost like the top of my thigh down into my right knee. That's stopped now. So Lion, yeah, clear the lines, please. Clear, roar over the lines to clear any and all patterning that is stopping moving into where he wants to be. Okay, this is very common when we're clearing the throat chakra, which is the place of expression. There is often a lot of coughing and clearing that I end up doing in my own body because your symptoms manifest in my body during these healing sessions, so I can often feel them in my own body. Okay, big deep breath. I can feel now a pressure starting in my heart space. There is like in fact, it's not even a pressure, it almost feels like there's a solid little stone in my heart. Big deep breath there to confirm that. Okay, what are we doing with this solid little stone in my heart? Who would like to come forward and deal with this? Which ally or allies wish to come and deal with this stone in the heart? Okay, my eyes have started twitching and I can see big wings, and this is, let me just make sure I'm getting this correctly. Normally when I get really strong twitching at the eyes, it's goddess Isis. Big deep breath. Okay, hello Isis. This is not normally the way that Isis shows herself to me, but Isis is a winged goddess, and she is really showing her strength and her power in this way. Very often Isis shows me her eye, but in this instance she's showing her full strength and power as a winged goddess by showing her wings spread up and out and sort of above herself. And I can see that she's got some kind of headdress on, which indicates to me that there is also going to be healing around the crown. And her wings almost are in a heart shape. If you imagine the upper curves of the heart shape, this is the kind of shape her wings are showing themselves to me in. Now, it's very much worth mentioning here that Isis is one of my allies who comes with a very specific remit. She comes to heal the wounding of male or patriarchal violence. Okay, so, and this can come in the form of physical violence, emotional violence, mental violence, or spiritual violence. Now, you know, as a man, the wounding that men receive from other men and from patriarchy is very different to the wounding that women receive. But we are working on the heart here, and we're working on this kind of what I can feel is it's almost as if the heart has been shrunken. What I can feel is this stone. I described it as a stone in my heart, but it's almost as if the heart has been shrunken and solidified into a stone. And you know, this is one of the ways in which men are emotionally violated by gender norms, by sex stereotypes, is so often men are ridiculed and bullied and mocked for being emotional or for expressing emotions and emotionality and for expressing themselves from a heartfelt place. You know, this is seen as unmacho and not manly, and little boys are told to, you know, be brave and not cry and all that kind of thing. So men are conditioned from birth as young boys to close down their heart centers, okay? And so Isis comes as often a mother goddess and as a very powerful healer to heal these symptoms of patriarchal violence. And so I'm asking Isis now to do whatever needs to be done to heal this shrunken and hardened heart space. Okay, my eyes are twitching again. Very big deep breath. I'm being told that this was conditioning through your lines, again coming back to the ancestral healing, and that this was not intended to harm or hurt you. It's just the way that men have been brought up and conditioned to be. And so this is an opportunity, I'm being told that this is an opportunity to let go of that, and all you have to do is just say yes. Yes, I'm willing to release that. Yes, I'm willing to let go of that. I no longer wish to carry that. Ooh, okay, I'm getting a strange sensation in my left armpit, kind of the front of the armpit where the front of the chest meets the armpit. There's a strange kind of tugging sensation there, but it also, big deep breath. Okay, so I was thinking that I was wondering if this was something that needed removing, and then I got a big deep breath, so this is the case. So I'm calling to Isis to remove any intrusions, anything that has been placed into this upper chest cavity, into this heart space that should not be there. I'm asking you to remove it now, please. Okay, I'm kind of feeling, sensing, seeing, feels a bit like a small arrow. It's not a very big arrow, it's like an arrowhead with a very short stem that has been kind of shot into this place. Now, I don't know whether that's an actual physical arrow at some point in time, which, you know, we can carry the woundings from previous lifetimes in our energy field, but I get the sense that this is more like an emotional wounding, so we can be, yeah, deep breath, okay, that's what it is. This is a thought form, basically, okay, so when people are projecting negative emotions at other people, we call these projections. We also refer to them, when they land in somebody's energy field, we call those shamanic intrusions or energetic intrusions, because they are intruding upon your energy field. These are things that are not of you. They have come from somewhere else. They have often been created by other people with the intention to wound. And so, yeah, that's what's being removed at this time. And I can still feel it. It's not an easy extraction. I'm going to do a bit of singing to bring this out and call upon a few different allies to do this. Yahweh, Yahweh, come me, Yahweh, come me, Yahweh, extrate. Okay, I've got that twitching going on at my right knee again. there's something in there as well. I think that so the sensation in my armpit, my left armpit, has now gone, but there's loads of twitching going on in my right knee, and so I'm thinking that we probably need to do a bit of extraction there as well. Big deep breath as confirmation. Okay, so I'm going to do some more singing to clear this from the right knee. Yahweh, Yahweh, down now. That there's a huge amount of twitching going on in my right knee, kind of like at the top left hand side of the joint, kind of not right in the knee joint itself, but kind of above and to the left of the knee joint, on the inner part of the joint. Deep breath. Yeah, there was a lot of activity going on there. Okay, allies, what do we need to do next? Okay, I can see now a starfish, and I'm feeling kind of a very light vibration around my nose, over the front of my face. It's almost as if the starfish is kind of sitting on my face, which seems a very strange thing to say and feels quite strange to experience as well. Starfish, what have you come to assist us with? Okay, so she says that I'm using my suckers to pull out the muck. Okay, these are thought patterns. Deep breath. I've got more twitching going on at my knee again. Right knee again. Still stuff going on there. Again, and that's going right down into the right foot. Whoa, loads of twitching at the knee. It feels like somebody's got me attached to one of those kind of like electrical shock machines. I've got electrical shocks that are making my knee twitch, and I'm getting a really strong pain now in my face, kind of at the top of my nose, going into my left eye socket. The starfish is kind of sat right over my face and is sucking out unhelpful stuff from your head. These are limiting self-beliefs, these are limiting and destructive thought patterns, these are unhelpful. Oh, it's going right into my head and my brain now. I can feel kind of like, it's almost like somebody's hoovering out my head. There's a really strong suction feeling going on that's going right into the centre of my brain now. My right leg is twitching. The knee is kind of still carrying on, but the whole leg is twitching now, and it just feels like there's somebody hoovering my head out, which is a very, very uncomfortable sensation. And I'm being told that this is just like a really good clear out of self-limiting beliefs. Again, I'm being told that this roots back into patriarchal conditioning through your ancestral lines. Whoa, that hoovering is going right into the back of my head now, and is also having an effect upon my throat, because there's more clearing now going on at the throat again. But yeah, really, really strong head. Strong work. I'm finding it quite hard to talk now because it kind of feels like my brain is, in a tumble dryer or something, or being swizzled around, and anything that's unhelpful is being sucked out, and my eyes are twitching, and my eyes are hurting as well. I have to say, this is a very, very uncomfortable experience. And yeah, the unhelpful energy, negative mental patterning, negative thought processes, negative belief systems, negative self-belief systems, negative programs that have been programmed into you, negative conditioning, all of these are unhelpful mental programs that you have either taken on since being born from your ancestral line, or conditioned with by society, or conditioned with by your experiences growing up and into manhood and into life as an adult. All of these unhelpful mental patterns are being sucked out of your head. By a starfish. And I have to say, this is the first time that starfish has ever come as an ally for me. I work with lots of different animals, lots and lots and lots of different animals, but this is the first time that starfish has appeared and worked in this way. So here we go. This is a new experience for me. Thank you for that opportunity for me to receive a new ally and to experience a new healing method, or a new technique, shall we say, from this ally. Okay, I'm feeling some sensations right deep down in my groin now. As a woman, this is where my kind of female reproductive organs sit, but and there's a pain through my heart as well. Okay, so now we're going into emotional conditioning. So your lower abdomen is where the energy center is, that's known as your sacral chakra. This governs your subconscious emotions, which particularly relate to your parents, your children, your siblings, and your lovers, past, current, and future. And these are our subconscious emotions that are buried right down deep in our subconscious self. Then our heart space is where our conscious emotions live, which are the emotions that we are consciously aware of, our love and our pain and our jealousy and our grief and our sadness, and all those kind of emotions that we're much more consciously aware of often sit in our heart space. And our solar plexus is the connecting energy center which bridges these two things, and this is where our sense of worthiness and sense of personal power sits. So the abdomen, the sacral chakra in the abdomen, where I was feeling that quite a sharp stabbing sensation and a pain through the heart simultaneously. This is saying to me that there is now clearing going on in your emotional centers, your subconscious emotional center and your conscious emotional center. So really powerful removal now of, again, it felt they were stabbing pains. It was like there were woundings there of, again, like arrow-like intrusions, real deep painful woundings that had been projected. I'm getting these images of arrows as projections fired off from other people, specifically with the intention of wounding you, okay? And these may have been from specific individuals, but they also may have been from institutions or culture in general, you know, whether that's the media, whether that's our educational system, whether that's our family ideologies, whether that's our political institutions or our social institutions. You know, we can be and are wounded from so many different places because there are many, many institutions that seek to disempower us as individuals, as groups, and those projections, those intended projections, hit us like arrows. And again, I'm getting a very strong pain going through my, this time the right hand side of my chest. Again, it feels like more arrow wounding. So really this is a very, very strong clearing now going on of intended emotional wounding, intended arrows fired at you, designed to harm you emotionally. And again, I'm being shown this shrunken, hardened heart space, which is a defense mechanism, really. You know, this is what happens if we are wounded. We seek to shield ourselves, we seek to armor ourselves, we seek to harden those parts of ourselves which are vulnerable and delicate and sensitive and open to being wounded if exposed. And so one of our natural defense mechanisms as human beings on this planet is to put on energetic shielding, armoring, or to restrict ourselves, contract ourselves, make ourselves smaller, and harden ourselves to defend ourselves, basically. And this is what I'm being shown, that this shrunken, hardened heart space is the result of all of this wounding which has happened to you, both subconsciously and consciously. And I'm being told very clearly that this is intentional wounding of the masculine, okay? Intentional wounding of the masculine. I'm being told by Isis that this is what boys and men go through with a specific intention of hardening and shutting down the heart space. And that it's time for this to end. She's showing herself in this stance of power with her wings up and out and spread as a way of inviting you to step into your own heart power. And she is saying that it is not weak to be emotionally connected. It is not weak or vulnerable to show your compassion. This is not your heart is not a place of weakness. It is the place of greatest strength, greatest strength. Because to be compassionate is such a powerful, powerful thing to hold. And to be emotionally connected brings us into maturity. And it allows us to fully embody what it is to be human, because until we open our hearts fully, we are still children. We are wounded children. And we are being asked right now to evolve as human beings into a more mature, adult stage of human evolution. We have been trapped so long in this place of the wounded child, of ego and self-orientation, and now we are being asked to step into a place of compassion, both for ourselves as those wounded children, and also into a place of compassion for others, to understand and acknowledge that we as a human race are going through a profound transformative healing process at the moment. You know, it is in full swing, and we are being swept away by a tidal wave of healing energy on this planet. And all you have to do is open yourself to that and say, yes, I am willing. Okay, I can really feel that heart space opening and expanding now. and the throat clearing a bit more. You know, the heart and the throat, there is a strong connection between these two energy centers, because when we can open ourselves from a heart space, from an authentic and fully open heart space, we can then express ourselves in a heartfelt way. We then open ourselves to authentic human connection with others, which brings about such an expanded ability to engage and connect as human beings with each other on this earth and with the earth herself. Back of my head and the back of my heart space, kind of like, it feels like the last bits of unhelpful ick are being hoovered out, scraped out. The last bit of cleaning is happening. It kind of started at the front of my head and heart, and that thorough clearing, extraction work, that pulling out, that hoovering out is finishing up now, right at the back of the head and the back of the heart space. So the allies are just kind of doing that last bit of really strong, powerful clearing. And again, I'm being told that this is very much a healing that is specifically intended to heal the wounding of masculinity by patriarchal violence. Being told now Isis is kind of speaking in a very gentle but also firm way. She's saying now is the time for us all to evolve. Now is the time for us to step up. Now is the time for us to open ourselves to a better way. We are being given the opportunity to see things in new ways, to understand the possibilities and the potentials with an open heart and an open mind. Okay, so this is what's being shown to me in that whole clearing process. Being told that, you know, our hearts and our minds were full of unhelpful programs, patterns, woundings, intrusions, things that were designed to stop us from being open-hearted and open-minded. And in clearing all of that rubbish out, we now have made space to be able to receive emotional and mental patterning that comes from a much higher place, that is not designed to oppress and disempower us, but is actually the opposite, and is designed to liberate and evolve us. This is what I'm being told. This is what we are being offered at this time: liberation and evolution, expansion, compassion, wisdom as well, and being told that we are going to be reaching into deeper parts of ourselves where great wisdom lies that we have not been able to access because there is so much rubbish on top. Right, I'm being given the metaphor of your inbox, your email inbox being kind of like deluged with spam emails, rubbish information that is so full of rubbish that it's really hard to find the useful emails that you've been, might have been sent, or maybe the useful emails have gone into the spam box and the spam emails are just absolutely covering over the top of the useful information. And I'm being told that this is what we are being, our spam boxes are being cleared out. All right, so this is a particular, this is a digital tech analogy or metaphor for you. It's time to clear out your spam box, okay? It's time to clear out your cookies and your caches and your all of those data banks that have been holding so much rubbish for so long. It's time to clear out the memory drives and the hard drives and all of that stuff. Really give it a good cleaning. Clear your past history that doesn't serve you. Start afresh. Clean your drives up, clean your memory banks up, clear out the cookies, clear out the history, clear out your spam box, and let's start anew, where we can start receiving information that will be helpful and beneficial to us going forward now. I love it when I get these kind of analogies, because so often the metaphors or the analogies are, they're little stories, aren't they, that help us to understand better what is going on to us, for us, on us, in us. Because so often, this idea of energetic healing or vibrational healing, it's a bit difficult to grasp. It's a bit of an abstract concept, really. And so very often I am shown or told or given metaphors or analogies to help us to understand what is happening. Okay, so I was just thinking in my head then, I was asking for any final power allies, and I was told very clearly that the crocodile has come. Crocodile has come as an ally of ancient wisdom, tapping into sources of ancient wisdom. Crocodiles are one of the oldest species still currently alive on the planet. And crocodile comes with this very ancient wisdom. Crocodile, what other gifts of medicine do you have for us at this time? Fierceness. So crocodile is a predator. There is the power of being fierce and watching and waiting and being ready to, and they don't exactly pounce, do they, but being ready to kind of strike at a moment's notice in order to take opportunities when they come. Okay, so I'm being told that this is about seeing opportunities when they come and not holding back, not letting them pass you by. This is about grabbing opportunities when they come. But also being patient enough to watch and wait for those opportunities to arrive as well. and crocodiles showing me the tumbling action that crocodiles do when they grab their prey. They drag them under the water and they roll them round and round and round to drown them. And I'm being shown this action, and I'm being told, don't be afraid to get into the rough and tumble in order to do what needs to be done. Okay, so a crocodile is bringing this ability to strike and rough and tumble in order to do what needs to be done. I'm being told that this is a gift for the future, that this is not for now, that this is coming, that you may need this power in the future. Bank it is what I'm being told. Bank it for the future. Okay, do we have anyone else who wants to come for this healing? Okay, I'm being shown a sloth. Sloth, hello, welcome. What is your medicine? Slowing right down. Okay. Okay. Sloth brings the power of slowing right down. And again, it feels like this this gift of medicine is very much for our current time, where we are being asked to slow right down. We are being forced, in fact, to slow right down. We cannot go at 1,000,000 miles an hour at the minute. You know, we are being forced to take life at a much steadier pace. And so sloth is bringing that gift of sinking into a very, very, very steady pace of life. Sorry, I'm finding it quite funny because, yeah, there's lots of sloths about. It kind of, I often notice when certain power animals come in that in some circumstances they've often been around in popular culture, kind of gaining popularity in popular culture for a while. So I've had a lot of unicorns coming in recently, which also are quite present in popular culture. But this is the first time that sloth has come again as a power animal. So I've got 2 new power animals who I've not worked with before, in starfish and in sloth. And yeah, so this is, you know, this is nice. It's a evolution in the healing work that I am witnessing as I do this healing for my clients and for the collective. You know, I can see a process happening, an evolution of healing unfolding. Okay, deep breath. I can still feel a little bit of tinkering around going on in the back of my head. It still feels like they're doing a last bit of, it doesn't feel like hoovering out anymore. It feels more like tinkering. Yeah, like electricians kind of rejigging things, rewiring things, maybe putting in a different type of processor. I'm getting a lot of metaphors that are kind of tech, computer based metaphors today. I think this is to, yeah, fit the male perspective, maybe. Yeah, this is what I'm kind of being shown or told, is you're being fitted with a new processing chip, okay? your Pentium processor. I don't know, Pentium's probably old school now, isn't it? I'm not very up with my tech, I have to say. I'm not a techie geek, but I'm being told that your processing chip is being replaced. You're getting an upgrade. Getting an upgrade, and that's also quite uncomfortable, and that's in the back, that's going on in the back of my head. Whoa, that's really not very pleasant. Okay, energetic technicians, electrical brain technicians, get on with it please, because that's really not very comfortable. Okay, I can feel there's fiddling going on in the back of the heart space as well. More upgrades going on in the heart, so not just processing chip upgrades in the head, but also in the heart space. My hands have got really hot again as well. They kind of started off at the beginning really hot, and then they cooled down, and now they've gotten really hot again. So there's a lot of energy flowing again, which will just be helping this whole process along. Okay, that discomfort in the back of my head is kind of going up towards the crown of my head now. My right hand's twitching. Okay, I'm being told that this is so the right knee and right leg twitching, and now my right hand twitching, that this is a rebalancing of the left and the right hemispheres going on, the left and right hemispheres of the brain. So the left hemisphere is often connected with the left brain is connected with right body function, and the left brain governs our logical thinking, our logical processing, our ability to rationalize and mentally process and conceive, whereas the right brain governs our left hand side of our body, and the right brain is very much our communication and empathy centers, or side of ourselves, the more artistic and communication based side of ourselves. So I'm being told that there's a balancing up going on between the right and left brains, and this is why I'm feeling a lot of twitching in my right hand side of my body, and I can feel this going on in the right hand side of my chest now, in the heart space as well. There's discomfort going on there. That this is the right hand side of the body, so being governed by the left brain, is getting work done. I'm finding it really hard to vocalize now because they're doing all sorts of stuff in me, and it feels like there's lots of stuff going on in my head, and I'm finding it really hard to get the words out now. So I'm just going to let them do it and try not to explain it too much. Being told that this is like a full reboot, a full systems reboot. Feel stuff going on in both sides of my head now, almost kind of like through my temples. Again, that's really uncomfortable. Wow, I mean, they're doing a huge amount of work. The allies are doing a huge amount of work today, really clearing out, upgrading and rebalancing, and it feels like I've got again, I'm finding it really hard to vocalize because there's weird things going on in my head. Yeah, whatever they're doing now is going right through from one temple to the other. Almost feels like a laser beam or something is going through. Okay, so I'm being told that this is about the rebalancing, and this is about alignment, realignment between the left and the right brain hemispheres. That light is being used to realign, that it is a laser beam. It is a laser beam that is being used to rebalance. Deep breath. Again, more twitches in the right hand side of my body, in my lower back on the right hand side, and in my shoulder blades on the right hand side. Whatever's going on in this light laser beam rebalancing in the brain is having a lot of repercussions in the right hand side of the body. It's kind of having a knock-on effect. Quite a lot of eye twitches now, and kind of flashes of light. A lot of heat in my body as well. In fact, I'm going to have to take the blanket off because my hands are really hot, particularly my right hand. The left hand not so much, but the right hand is really, really hot. Again, my right hand is on my right hand side of my lower abdomen, and it feels like this whole right hand side of my body is getting a serious overhaul. And there's a huge amount of heat going into that right hand and into the right hand side of the body. Twitches going on all over the right hand side of the body, flashes of light everywhere. I tell you what, I mean, flipping heck, this is a massive energetic overhaul. They're going for a full system sort out. Don't hold back there, allies, don't hold back. I mean, sometimes these distance healing transmissions that I experience, you know, I get all kinds of different sensations going on. But when they're really, really digging in and having a big old clear out, it's often really uncomfortable, physically really uncomfortable. And that's what I'm getting through this whole process, is there is, you know, there's a lot of work to be done. But, you know that it will, it's a thorough, you're getting a really thorough, a thorough rebooting, a thorough clearing of all systems, a thorough rebalancing. They're not holding back anything today. Yeah, they're fully going to town and what needs to be rejigged here. What I would say about this is, you know, it's well worth knowing and understanding that this kind of really very intense energetic fettling, for want of a better word, it's a great Yorkshire term for work, jiggling, rejigging, this kind of really, really thorough, intense and deep energetic reboot and reset, I can pretty much guarantee you are going to probably not feel on great form for the next few days. You know, don't be surprised if you are very tired. Don't be surprised if you feel a bit rubbish. Don't be surprised if you have all kinds of physiological detox fallout. And what I mean by this is you're getting the energetic systems reboot now, but it takes a little bit of time for your body to actually catch up with that. It takes a bit of time for the physical to reflect the energetic shifts that take place. And so you may well find yourself coming down with old ailments or symptoms flaring up of old things that you've been struggling with, past or current. You may feel floored by just feeling really out of sorts. You may find that the organs that deal with the expulsion of toxins start to go into overdrive, so you may get skin reactions, your digestive system may go a bit haywire for a bit, you might have more excretion issues than usual. So for example, you might go to the toilet a lot more, your bowel movements might change, you might get things like diarrhea or upset stomach, you may need to urinate more often, you might find that your urine and your bowel movements are much stronger smelling, darker, stinkier. You may find that you vomit, you may find that your sweat smells more. You know, these are all of the ways that your body clears out physiological toxins and patterns of toxicity that are held in your energy system. So through having a full energetic clear out and reset and reboot, your body will follow suit and do the same. And all I can suggest you do through this process is rest as much as you can, because that really, really helps. Drink as much water as you can. Really try and cleanse your body as much as you can. And you may well find that you naturally start wanting to do things that are a lot healthier for yourself. You know, this is often one of the side effects of energetic cleansing and clearing, is that, you know, when that energy work starts to undo the patterns that have locked you into self-harming habits, you know, all of a sudden you suddenly start wanting to treat your body better. You suddenly start wanting to treat yourself much better. You might suddenly decide that you're going to start running or going, I don't know, you can't go to the gym at the minute, can you? But, you know, getting out and exercising, or do some kind of cleansing protocol, or fasting, or, you know, don't be surprised if you suddenly want to start doing things like that to help your body to process and clear through all of these patterns which have been stuck in your energy field for a very long time, and which you have also been passed by your ancestors. Okay? So, you know, sorry about that. Detox is never pleasant. Detox is always a horrid experience to go through, but know that it is temporary and it will end. And just be as kind and gentle and loving and supportive to yourself and your body as you go through this process, which may take a few days, it may take a few weeks, in extreme circumstances it may even take a few months, but know it will end, and you will come out the other end of that feeling about 1,000,000 times better. Okay? Okay, so it kind of feels like things are starting to calm down a bit now. The heat is starting to ebb off. I've still got discomfort. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. So I'm feeling a really strong desire to twist my head, because I was still getting this really uncomfortable pain and pressure in the back of my head. So I just lifted my head up and started twisting my neck about, and there's all sorts of crunching going on in the top vertebrae of my neck and into my skull at the bottom area where your skull meets your spine. Wow, there's a lot of kind of very physical popping and crunching and releasing going on there that needed to happen on a very physical level. Let's see if that... Ooh, okay, so that's kind of facilitated a movement up to the crown again. I can kind of feel right, it feels like that's more blockages that are being unblocked in order to open the energy meridians up to the crown, in order to open the crown space, in order to open the crown chakra. The crown chakra is our energy center, which it's our direct connection to the creative source of the universe. It's our connection to our higher self, to our higher consciousness, and also to the higher consciousness of the universe. And you know, this is a pathway, I'm being told, that needs to open up more fully in order for this left-right brain balance to fully come into its own power. This is what I'm being told. In order for the right-left brain balance to be fully functional, the pathway between the third eye center, which is in the center of the head, in the center of the brow, in the pineal gland actually, the third eye governs the pineal and the pituitary glands in the center of our brains, that this left-right brain light laser balancing process is also opening up the channel between the third eye center, the pineal and the pituitary. I'm finding it hard to talk again. See, this is what happens when they start messing in your head. It really messes up your ability to speak. Not only is the pathway between the left and the right brain being cleared and balanced, but the pathway between the center of the brain and the top of the head and above is also being cleared. Because the only way that we can come into full consciousness and effectively use this newly balanced left and right brain hemisphere is if we are fully connected between our conscious self and our higher conscious self. This is what I'm being told, that this is the opening up between our conscious and our higher conscious. It's the pathway that needs to be cleared and opened, and that's what all that crunching going on in the back of my head, and also the Pentium chip processor replacement, the upgrade, that was also helping to facilitate. Really, you know, what's happening is it's a rewiring, a rebalancing and an upgrading of the technology of our consciousness, the spiritual technology, the energetic technology of our consciousness. This is the upgrade that's going on right now. I have to say, my head is feeling a lot better now. My right hand is still quite hot, but my head is feeling about 1,000,000 times better and suddenly really clear. Ooh, look how the voice, the speaking has speeded up. Look how my ability to talk has suddenly improved. Yeah, that's good. Right, clarity, balance, and yeah, rewiring, that feels good. That feels strong and it feels clear. Big deep breath. Okay, confirmation of that. I'm getting quite strong kind of throbbing sensation in my right hand now, still very warm. There's little twitches going on all around my body, particularly in my back, in my shoulder blades, on the left hand side and on the right hand side. Kind of just feels like there's just little bits of fine tuning going on now, just tweaking. Just tweaking the last few little bits. Big deep breath. Ooh, big expansion there. That breath really opened up my solar plexus area. So big opening there. I can feel my whole, the solar plexus is your center which deals with your sense of self, your own personal power in relation to everybody else around you. And that just, with that last breath, just, it was almost like the doors flung open. The solar plexus just went boom and opened right up. My hands have also come off my body and are kind of like doing this gesture of almost like opening up at the front of my body outwards, like a set of doors opening. If you can imagine the old Western, the cowboy westerns, when the saloon doors get flung open. I've got an image of that going on, of all of a sudden there's this like, yeah, just opening of personal power, like the cowboy striding into the saloon and just slamming the doors open. Yeah, this is where we're at, that kind of like sense of I'm here, I'm present, and I'm strong. There's a lot of heat now in that solar plexus area. A lot of really, whoa, it feels strong, it feels powerful, but it feels really beautiful as well. It doesn't feel strong and powerful in a power over kind of way. It doesn't feel strong and powerful in a hostile or a violent kind of way. It feels strong and powerful in a real hopeful, looking towards the future, let's see what we can do, let's get moving, let's get going, what can we create kind of way. That's what I'm getting from this. Yeah, it's definitely a very strong, go-getting feeling of expansion, of real possibility, of hope and movement of projection, of movement into potential and the possibility of what we can become and where we can take ourselves as human beings. My hands are just really throbbing with energy now. In fact, my whole body feels tingly and energized and really powerfully energized. Kind of like I've got energy dripping off my fingertips and tingling all the way down my legs and into my feet and just all round the whole body. It feels like this systems reboot has just been switched on, like all that rewiring that's been going on and all those new Pentium chips and processing chips that have just been installed. Yeah, somebody's just turned on the switch. Somebody's just turned on the switch and we are now live with this new full system reboot. Okay, I'm being given the jokey analogy of we've just turned the system off and turned it on again. And you know, in that process of turning it off, you've had a full systems reboot, you've had a full clear out, we've changed some old corrupted drives, we've put in some new drives and some new memory chips, and we've upped the processing speed. Basically, all of the hardware has been replaced with new hardware and we're running at a much faster rate. All of the horrible viruses have been cleared out. All of the old patterns that were slowing us down and keeping us stuck in unhelpful patterns have been removed. And yeah, we are now switched on and running at a much faster processing speed and power, and our capacity has increased. Just, yeah, I'm feeling good, feeling really good. Okay, thanks for all of that. I kind of feel like we're at the end of this transmission. It's been a long one, certainly. Definitely, you know, you're getting value for money on this one. Anything else that you want to finish with, please, allies? Okay, I'm being told this is the message. Don't put this to waste. Do not waste this opportunity. Do not waste this systems reboot. Do not squander it. Do not fritter it away on pointless, superfluous stuff. Oh, okay, that's quite a strong message, isn't it? Do not misuse it, do not abuse it, do not squander it, do not fritter it. Use it for the good. Use it for what you are and we are truly capable of. Use it to evolve, use it to ascend, use it to come into maturity and create our future reality. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. Big deep breath. I think we're done. Thank you for the healing. Thank you for the healing. Thank you for the healing.
And now taking a few deep breaths. Coming back into this time and back into this place. Back into your body and back into your breath. Giving your fingers a little wiggle. Giving your toes a little wiggle. And stretching yourself out to return to the here and now. And I look forward to taking another soul journey with you soon. Lots of love, Joanna Joy.